Hey everyone, welcome to this video where we will explore how Agile Project Management is transforming digital transformation and how Trello makes it even better. So now the question comes, why Agile for digital transformation? In today's digital world, businesses need to adapt quickly, innovate faster, and stay competitive. Traditional project management is often too rigid to keep up, and that's where Agile shines. It's all about flexibility, collaboration, customer focus, and fast delivery. Agile methodologies in digital transformation. To bring Agile into action, organizations use powerful methodologies like Scrum, Kanban, Extreme Programming. Scrum is structured teamwork and iterative progress, where Kanban is visual task management and streamlined workflows, and Extreme Programming is faster, high quality software development. Now the question arises, why to use Trello for Agile management? So, to manage Agile effectively and efficiently, we need right tools, and that's where Trello comes in. Trello is a simple yet powerful tool that helps Agile teams stay organized, track tasks, and collaborate effectively. So, how to utilize Trello for Agile success? With boards, lists, and cards, Trello makes project tracking easy, ensuring that teams stay on top of deadlines, adapt to changes, and continuously improve their workflow.
Let us have a quick board overview before jumping into the details. So there are these different lists, and these are the cards. Cards are basically tasks. So so here you can see the project backlog. That is just different requirements that are initially added before the planning of sprints. This is the client feedback. Here we can get any changes or modifications required by the customer. Here is the work in progress. So this is the tasks which are in current sprint, and this list consists of completed tasks which are finished till now.
So now talking about backlog and work in progress. Understanding the backlog. So let's start with the backlog, crucial component of agile project management. Then it has a to-do list that keeps track of everything that needs to be done. It helps the team stay focused and ensures that work is completed in a structured manner. There are two types of backlogs, product backlog and sprint backlog. So talking about product backlog, this is a master list of all features, improvements, and fixes that the team plans to work on. It's managed by the product owner and constantly updated based on business priorities. Then second one is sprint backlog. This is a smaller, more focused list taken from the product backlog. It includes only the tasks that the team commits to completing within the current sprint. Now, what makes a backlog effective? There are some key features of it. First of all, it's prioritized, meaning the most important and high value tasks are filled first. Then it's continuously refined, so the team can adjust based on feedback and evolving needs. Then it also ensures transparency, so everyone knows what's planned and what's next, and why certain tasks are being prioritized. Then talking about work in progress. So work in progress in Agile refers to number of tasks that are actively being worked on at a given time. Why is WIP in Agile important? Because without managing WIP, teams can easily get overwhelmed by too many ongoing tasks, which can lead to inefficiency and unnecessary delays. That's why Agile team often limits WIP, meaning they only allow a certain number of tasks to be in progress at one time. So why is it important? The key features are it reduces context switching, helping team members to stay focused. Then it also helps to identify bottlenecks, so we can spot and fix the issues quickly. It also ensures a steady flow of progress, preventing work from piling up. So how can we manage WIP effectively? We can use Kanban boards to visually track the tasks and set up WIP limits. Also, hold daily stand-up meetings to check the progress of tasks and identify the blockers. We can also focus on high impact tasks and make sure the team is always working on what matters the most.
So I'll be talking about some of the different features that Trello provides for a sprint project management. So as you can see here, we have different kinds of lists: project backlog, client feedback, sprint one, urgency, and work in progress also, and different kinds of sprints as well. So now let's talk about sprint and what is really burn down chart. So burn down basically means the tracking of the task in a complete sprint. On which day, suppose in one day, how many tasks are completed, or maybe say in one day there is even a task that is completed or not. So that we can also visualize in Trello. And so we can do that by something that is called Power Up. So it is kind of an add-ons. And we can go to, let's say, here on the side bar. And from here we can go to, we can see Power Ups. So as you click on Power Ups, a window will open. And here you can search what kind of add-ons you want. Now, let's say we want burn down chart. Burn down chart. So then you can select it and add into it. Now, for the sake of it, I've already added burn down charts for our Trello board. So as soon as we add it on the upper bar, we can see burn downs by Corel. So this we can see as soon as we add the add-ons, and if we just click on it, so the window will open for the burn down chart. Now this is a burn down chart for a older sprint. We can go back to the settings. One second, let's just open up another. Yeah. So this burn down chart is for an older sprint. Now go on to the new sprint. Now here we can select from which stage to which date we want the burn down chart to visualize our task. So let's suppose we want from 1st March. 1st March till now today is 9th March. Let's say just go on till the 8th of March. So this is the duration that we want the sprint to be, or basically sprint are 14 days, 2 weeks. But suppose for the sake of this example, we just visualize from the 1st March to 8th March, the tasks that have been completed or not have been completed, or what the ideal completion rate would have been for the burn down chart. So we have selected the dates and now start the sprint. And now it is visualizing. Loading and it'll take just a few. Now this is the burn down chart that we can see. Now the green is the ideal burn down, that it is very ideal and very suitable for different kind of organization. And what has actually happened is the blue line. The blue line, that is the actual burn down that has happened. Now for our case, it is a little bit wonky because our tasks, a lot of tasks have been completed on let's say Tuesday. So Tuesday you can see 6 cards have been completed. As we can go to 5th Wednesday, 41 cards. So this is a little bit wonky because we have been a limited time on this project, but the ideal burn down should be like this. Let's say from Saturday, 1st of March, 6 cards, 6 cards, 6 cards, and then slowly the ideal burn down should come down, which signifies that tasks are getting completed, and on the 8th of March, every task is completed. So this is basically the burn down chart, and as soon as we end the sprint, we just go on the upper side and just end the sprint. So this is over. Now for the time being, this sprint is over, and we can always go and select any new sprint we want, sprint 1, 2, 3, whatever we want, and see the the breakdown of at which pace the tasks are getting completed. And after burn down chart, let me also talk about something else, a feature that also is provided by Trello, which is called automation. So automation, there is a thing in it called the butler, which is kind of an automation agent. So when we go back to the top right hand corner, the 3 dots, we go down, and now we can see here automation. Now as we open up the automation, on the left hand side, we can see different kinds of features, rules, schedules, due dates, and all. Let's go to rules. Now rules, we can create our own rules for automation. So we can create any rule, and that rule will be followed throughout the board, regardless of anything. So now let's create a very simple automation for our project. Create automation event, add a trigger. Trigger is a thing, that the action that happens which would trigger the automation rule to kind of a domino effect. Now when we select the trigger, and now we can see, now let's suppose we want in one sprint a task is completed, any task is completed. Now for sprint, we ideally is always get the feedback from the client. And to get the feedback from the client, let's say we want to create a separate list, which we have created, client feedback and improvements. And as soon as one task is completed in any sprint, a feedback card is automatically created. Suppose if the client want to attach any file, any photo shot, whatever they want, they can attach it on that card to express their feedbacks and what improvements can be done in the future as well. So now this card will work like this. Automation will work like this. Screenshot, whatever the card changes. When the card is marked as complete in a card by me or by anyone, for the sake of it, we have 5 members in our team, so marked by anyone. If anyone completes their task and it is marked complete by them, the feedback should be created automatically. So when the card is marked as complete in the card by anyone. Now plus sign. So what will happen if that happens? When the card to the top of the list, named client feedback and changes, the card will automatically move to the feedback list. And this we can plus here also. And now we can see the trigger, the action that needs to be taken, and now we want to just save it. We save here. Automation is now getting completed. So the automation rule is complete. So now we close from here and go back to our board. So now, for example, we look at sprint number 1 and research and planning. And the last task is set agile roadmap and sprint goals. So this is due for 10th of March. So now let's say for the sake of it, the task is completed, and to mark the task complete, now just mark on it complete. Automatically you can see that it has automatically been moved to client feedback and changes. So as soon as the task was completed, the card moves to the client feedback column, list rather, and then the client can see, or the client representative can see here what the task has been completed. Are they happy with it? Are they not happy with it? And just they can write any comments. Happy with the task, but need some improvement. So in this way, they can record their feedbacks and all. They can save it, and the team can view it and can also reply to it on it as well. So it is a very efficient way, and it is an automation tool that is automatically you have featured by Trello. It is very helpful for different kinds of things. Thank you.
So hello everyone. Today I will be explaining sprints in Agile methodology and their breakdown and key cards used in a sprint while working on Trello. So first of all, let us understand what is a sprint. So a sprint is basically a short time-boxed work cycle in Agile methodology methodology which typically lasts for 1 to 4 weeks, and it helps our teams focus on delivering specific features or improvements in a structured and efficient way. And each sprint starts with planning, which is followed by execution, and ends with a review and retrospective. So a sprint breakdown basically consists of sprint planning, which is basically deciding the tasks and goals for the sprint. Then comes execution, that is team members work on the tasks, and then comes the daily stand-ups, that is the quick meetings to track the progress and address the blockers and the concerns. So now let us understand this in greater detail. So this is sprint 1, research and planning. Now these are the various cards in this sprint, which we also call the tasks. So if we click on this, so this is card 1, that is market and competitive research. Now we can do various things in this. So let's suppose if I want to add members to this specific tasks. So let's suppose I want to add Deep Mehta. So Deep Mehta has been added. Now this is research and planning. So it is a lot of work. So if I feel that so one person alone cannot do it, then you can also ask to join someone. So let's say now Amya has joined. Now there are various other things in this. You can give the description for the tasks, like what you want to do. So let's suppose develop and implement the structure and follow up. And you can save this. Now you can set the due dates for this. That when do you want to complete the task in which time frame? So you can go here and you can just select any date and save. Now there are various tasks, so people can get confused. So here what you can do is that you can go to labels and you can assign different color codes to each. So let's say marketing, we can assign green color, and we can then set different priorities for each. So let's say this is on a high priority, that is the research and planning. So if we now close this and if we go, so automatically it comes here that we have to do this on high priority.
Now we'll see additional features that can be harnessed in Trello. So as we go on the top right-hand corner of the 3 dots, now we again go to power-ups, which are add-ons in Trello, and we can search a power-up which is called story points. So story points by Trello. So this we have already added in our Trello on our board. So story points are basically, now let's suppose we go on to sprint 5, the last sprint, for example. So we can see here full scale deployment in multiple stores. This is also a task, but it is basically in sprint 5. We open the card, and let's say we again join the task, and now we go on to power-ups. We can see that there is an option for power-ups, a field for power-ups, and we can see story points. So story points are basically, now let's click on the story points. So this is basically the points that we can attach or we can assign to any card or any task, which basically signifies the importance of the task and the card. So now let's suppose our example task, full-scale deployment in multiple stores, is a hugely important task that we need to undertake for our project. So what story point we can assign to this task? So we need to assign the maximum story point that we can, which is 21 over here. So do you understand? This is basically the task importance that we are assigning through a story point. It signifies basically the importance of the task. For any other task, it can be 3 also, which is not as significant as let's say this task. So we assign 21 points to this story point. Now we have assigned 21, and as soon as we go out, we can see that it is showing P21, which signifies that this task is highly important. So this is the story points. Now another feature is also there. We have created done completed task. It is a separate list that basically moves each and every task which is completed to this list. So we go back to the first sprint, and we can see any kind of different time tasks. So as soon as we click on the task which is completed. Now let's say this task is now completed. So this task need to move to done and completed task. So how this will happen? So we again need to go to automation. How does this work? Automation here. And now as soon as we go to card buttons, so here the automation is already created. Now let's recreate the automation just to show how it is created. Now we remove it and we create a button. So how we create a button? Now let's say the title of this button needs to be completed, and we add the action that the button will take on. So the button will take on move the card which is completed will be moved to the top of the list, and the list name we can enter done, because the task is now done. We can plus on, And now the button is created, and we save the changes that we've created in the automation. And now the rule has again been created, which is basically completed task to be moved on to the done list. Now let's close this. And now we can enter, and we can, enter any task. Let's suppose enter this task. So as we enter this task and enter this card, we can see there's a button called completed. So this button has been created now. And as soon as we click on this button, the task is completed. So now it is completed. As you can see, success is there. So done and completed. And now let's see, there is no card in this sprint. This card has been automatically moved to the done and completed task. So this is also another feature, another automation feature, which is very convenient in Trello. Thank you.
Now we will cover the sprint retrospective board, where we reflect on the work done, identify any areas for improvement, and also have any open points and discussion. We have created a separate board for this. We could create it in this board also, but to keep it organized, we have created a separate board for it. In the first list, you can see that what went well. So here we will cover all the positive aspects of our sprint. In the second list, there is needs to change, so areas for improvement. So this includes all the problems encountered during our sprints, things that didn't go as planned, and areas leading to improvement, needing improvement. And also here we can see that there is question and discussion list. Here, this is a space for any questions or conversation we had during the sprint. And this is the action items list. Here, all the tasks for the next sprints are listed here to avoid any past mistakes we did and to ensure smoother execution.
Before concluding what we have explored, Agile project management is all about being flexible, efficient, and adaptable. Whether we are using Scrum or Kanban, the goal is the same: delivering high-quality results quickly and effectively. So here are our key takeaways. The backlog is our roadmap, keeping track of what needs to be done in what order. Then work in progress limits helps to maintain focus and efficiency. And Agile methodologies enhance collaboration, transparency, and adaptability, making it easier to manage complex projects. Then tracking progress using burn-down charts, velocity, and sprint retrospectives helps team improve continuously. At the end of the day, Agile isn't just a methodology, it's a mindset. So by following Agile principles, organizations can handle digital transformation projects more smoothly, boost productivity, and drive continuous innovation. So thank you for watching our video. In case you liked the video, please share it with like-minded people. And also you can reach out to us in case you have any by commenting below the video. Thank you.